Hey, Jaden Fox here, and there's been a mystery that has eluded me for years, and that is, why does everybody on this planet behave the same weirdness? Like, everybody behaves the same and tries to be normal like everyone else? Why is that? Well, what if there's an overlay on this planet? There's programming or conditioning that's been installed in this reality that programs people how to behave, and it's designed to actually limit people and constrain them in such a way that they can't think outside of the box. They can't think differently than other people. And it's like a trap that keeps them in this loop that they can never get out of. But I'm going to show you how to get out of that. So that's what we're going to do in Program 1. Let's get out of polarized points of view, shall we? So, what is actually right or true? Interesting question. This reality plays a game with you to try to get you to believe that there is one true thing that's correct and everything else is not correct. And it's this game of find the correct thing and like you win the lottery, like your life is great, your life is perfect because you've aligned with all the rightness of this reality, and then everything is just supposed to work. Right? It's like if I do this right and I do this right and I do this right and I do that right and I do this right and I do that right, then my whole life is going to unfold amazingly. And if you've ever tried that, as I did the beginning part of my life, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do everything right. It's like, wait a minute. Some people say this is right and some people say that is right. And then they'll even argue about it. No, this is right. No, that's right. No, this is right. No, that's right. And when you look at those, you notice there's no right answer. There is no right. What if there is no right answer? What if it's all this really distorted game to cause you to get stuck into these different points of view? This reality, the interference of this reality, the matrix of this reality, plays this game, and I'm going to call this the number one core manipulation that's used to keep people unconscious and to keep people limited and to keep people tangled up in their mind and in bullshit, is to try to find the right true perspective or viewpoint to hold. And the lie is that if you hold all the right viewpoints, you're just going to breeze through life and everything's going to work. But which one is the right viewpoint? And everybody's got a different one, and depending on which viewpoint, which collection of them you hold, things are different. But this reality keeps pushing you to grab a viewpoint. Why? This reality wants you and actually needs you to hold on to this as true or the opposite as true. It gets into this polarized place. So it's either you need to take a stand. It's about abortion or abortion's not right. It's about Democrat or Republican. It's about national borders and strong security. No, it's about free travel and being able to go where you want. It's about eating meat. No, it's about being a vegetarian. It's about, eating whatever you actually enjoy. No, it's about only eating healthy foods. It's about being gay. No, it's about being straight. It's about sexual freedom. No, it's about following the social norms so you don't upset the apple cart. Right? It's like, what is all this stuff? And the further you go, the sillier you kind of find out. It's about believing in Trump. No, it's about believing in anything but Trump. It's about Coke. It's about Pepsi. Right? It's like this reality, it's almost like it doesn't care what viewpoint you take as long as you pick a viewpoint. So let's check this out. Let's see what is your awareness about this topic. So we're going to ask Body. So Body, truth. how much is there one true and right way for everyone to live? And, buddy, how much is this designed to tangle you? And which one of those was lighter or had more information on it? And let's check another one. So, truth, buddy, how much does this reality want you to do what's right? And how much does this reality want you to get tangled in limitation? Oh. And again, which one of those is bigger and which one of those had more information to it? It's almost like it doesn't care what viewpoint you take as long as you pick a viewpoint. Why? What if viewpoints to an infinite being, what if as an infinite being, you have an infinite number of viewpoints? You don't actually have a fixed viewpoint about anything. It's kind of like, as an infinite being, you have this sense that all things are true from some perspective. And depending on how I look at something, what viewpoint that I take to view it, I'm going to see a different story. I'm going to see a different perspective of things. And from some viewpoint, there are perspectives that are very useful. And from a different viewpoint, there are completely different viewpoints that are very useful. And so what if as an infinite being, you inherently don't hold or lock into any perspective? You use the perspectives that are available to you or most appropriate to you in that moment. What if that's your native way of being? You're very fluid about your perspectives and about the points of view that you hold, and you don't really lock into any of them because you've kind of figured out that none of them are really solid. You can go to different viewpoints and that different perspectives on things, and that way of looking at things isn't even relevant. Like, it's not even a thing there. But why does this reality keep wanting you to lock into pick Coke or Pepsi? You can't have both. You can't have a third choice. It's got to be Coke or Pepsi, right? It's like, what is that? Well, what if it's seeking to cause you to take on these fixed viewpoints about your reality? I'm a male. No, I'm a female. No, I'm definitely a male. No, I've got female qualities. No, notice the tangle that creates. Something as simple as am I male or female actually causes you to go into polarity and struggle with that. What if that's not natural? What if there's a part of you that has masculine energies and a part of you that has feminine energies? And what if you don't need to define any of them because in some way you're all of them and in some way you're none of them? Right? Do you see the openness and fluidity in that? It doesn't grab you in any way versus the I'm a man, I'm a woman. That's distinct. That grabs you. And this reality needs you to pick one of those and stick to them. Why? Well, what if the walls of your limitation are built by the perspectives you hold? Let me repeat that. What if the walls that are your prison cell are built block by block by block by the perspectives you've been tricked into or conditioned into holding? All throughout your life, you've learned, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm middle class, I'm lower class, I'm rich, I'm poor, I'm this, I'm that. And you build those blocks and you install them from the foundation layer on. And you keep building these walls with these viewpoints. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative, I'm a liberal, I'm a this party, I'm a that party, right? Another brick, I'm another brick. And you defend for that point of view. No, this is who I am and I have proof about this. And as you build those walls, you define your reality or the limits of your reality by all of those perspectives that you've locked in and held and defend for or defend against or are righteous for or are righteous against, or that you're aligning and agreeing with, or that you're resisting and reacting. It's like you build this wall that is magnetic, it's polarized, that causes you to almost be trapped in this magnetized container that holds you in that reality and you can't seem to get out. It's like, what is that? Well, those are all the points of view that you have. Those are the points of view that you've claimed to be real and true about you. I'm a woman. I'm a man. I'm old. I'm young. I'm rich. I'm poor. All of those perspectives, which aren't true, you've locked into and been tricked into believing that's your truth and that's your reality. And what if, as you take those bricks out and you throw them away, you actually start to take down that wall, and what you find on the other side of that wall is what you found when you were a little kid, and you had no limits. You had no barriers. The adults around you thought you did, but you didn't, right? Like, you could just do whatever you wanted to, and then they would stop you and they'd go, no, this is a wall, this is a limit. And you're like, okay, so this is a wall, this is a limit, I can't do this. And you kind of put a brick there, right? It's like, what if once you dismantle all of those points of view, what you get back is you, the infinite being, who can be and think about anything you choose and has the awareness to perceive what's real and true. I want to introduce you to a couple tools. So the first tool I want to introduce you to is what I call the tool of clearing energy fog. And so when you hold polarized points of view and kind of mixed in with the stuff that's in this reality, you get these pieces of other things that are like the mortar between the bricks. They're the fog that blur your capacity to see beyond your viewpoints. They're the blurriness that doesn't let you think about certain things or doesn't let you perceive certain things. Or when you're trying to become aware or clear, it's what makes it that you can't actually see beyond this yuck that's in front of you. That's what I call energy fog. And here's how we're going to clear that. So I'm going to call up the energies of those things, and we're going to put them in a pile out in front of you, and then we'll clear them, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to ask, what is all the unconsciousness? And there's just a pile of information that comes up, or energy that comes up. And what is all the anti-consciousness? And what is all the energy fog? And all the disinformation? And all the cloaking? And we're going to take all that, and can we put all that in the pile there? Yeah, and just kind of bulldozer. And you're separating yourself from those things. You're putting them outside of you in a pile there. It's not only metaphorical and energetic, but you're literally distancing yourself from those, and you're saying, that's not me. And then once you recognize that's not you, you can clear it. Yay! Okay. And there's another layer called Wernicke's commands and booby traps. What are all the Wernicke's commands? Ugh. And what are all the booby traps here? And in the pile, wow, and encapsulate. And those are a little more complicated. There's a whole other program, and I'll link that down below for that. It talks about what are the Wernicke's commands and booby traps. If you're looking to see how things are tangled to keep you thinking the same way and how you get programmed, take a look at the Wernicke's commands booby traps program. It's how they found your consciousness is literally programmed to believe and do certain things. It's startling and stunning and yuck at the same time. But we're just going to grab all those, put those in the pile. What are all the covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies that are just upper active? Just all the stuff that's upper active in the pile. In front of you, let go of that, not you, not yours. And what is all the unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, and undetectable energies? and all that stuff in the pile and encapsulate. We're going to like seal it up, contain it so it can't run away. And now we're going to look for what are all the unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation, cloaking, renegades, commands, booby traps, covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies and frequencies, unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, undetectable, that are down below you, and they can be for you and the planet, and grab all that, bulldoze it into the pile, and encapsulate, seal it, and everything from back behind, place it in the pile, everything from up above, in the pile, from way out front, future, in the pile, everything from the left side, in the pile, everything from the right side, in the pile, and encapsulate, seal all that up. And now you may notice there's like this almost magnetic thing, like, I can't let go of that, I can't let go of that. That's often body stuff. So I want you to say out loud, if there's nobody around, to say it out loud. If there's somebody around, to say it quietly. Body, let go of this. Not you, not yours. Not you, not yours. Not you, not yours. Body, let go of this. Do that now. Say it. Body, let go of this. Not you, not yours. Not you, not yours. Not you, not yours. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Never was yours. Never was yours. Never was yours. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go. And what we're doing is we're giving our body permission to let go of this. The being can easily clear stuff. You just put it in the pile and we can just do our magic and it's gone. The body has a slightly different process, but we want to invite the body and the being to clear at the same time. And we want to clear all of it. That's why we grab all of it from down below. It's like, what if we just clear it all in one time? Gone. We like doing things as quickly and efficiently as possible here. And so all this stuff is in a pile. Body, let that go. Not you, not yours. Not you, not yours. Invite your body to let it go. And then we're going to take all that and we're going to shrink it down to less than nothing until it ceases to exist. And the way I do that is I just kind of imagine this pile, and then I'm going to will it or imagine it to become half of its size, and half of that size, and half of that size. And it just keeps shrinking, and half of that size, and half of that size, and half of that, and half. It's microscopic, half, until it's so half size, half. It just ceases to exist. And when you get it, you'll actually feel like something just changed. And that's what you're going to do. And sometimes I do it that way, and sometimes I do it with my sound effects. My body likes doing. And that's also the same. I'm just imagining getting smaller, until poof, gone. So that's one of the ways that we clear. There's a million ways to clear. It doesn't matter how you clear. If you're used to podpocking or if you're used to using any one of the other tools that other modalities use what you know. Use what feels good to you. It doesn't matter how you clear. It's the intention that you have that causes it to clear. And honestly, I just keep doing different things. I get bored with the same one, so I just keep trying different ones. I've learned tons of different ways. It doesn't matter which way you do it. Just intend to clear that in whatever way that you do that. Okay? So this clearing allows you to clear the blur, the energy fog that prevents you from seeing clearly. And you'll notice we're gonna do this a lot. You'll get used to it. You'll memorize it too after a while. You're like, yeah, okay, I get it. So let me get back to, what is right and what is wrong? What if the whole thing is a lie? What if there is no such thing that's right and there is no such thing as wrong? Collectively, what if the lie is that there is a collective rightness and a collective wrongness? And what if that's not true? What if there's only what's right for you and what's not right for you right here, right now? So right here, right now, it may be right for you to be a man or a woman. And maybe 10 seconds from now or an hour later or tomorrow, that doesn't work for you anymore and you're the opposite of that. Who cares? Like, when you have no point of view about it, you have no attachment to it, you have this fluidity to change. I can be anything I want in any moment. And that is, what if that's the the magic of an infinite being? What if that's the capacity that you have that this reality does not want you to step into or own? And this to me is the main overlay that everybody on the planet, with the exception of a few artists here and there, or some people who've learned to break out, are trapped in. And everything in media, everything in politics, everything in culture wants you to define what are the fixed points of view that you have that you're fighting for. And they tell you if you're not fighting for your point of view, you're not doing it right. And if you're not doing what we say is right and avoiding what's wrong, you're not doing it right. Well, what if all of that is the manipulation and the programming and the conditioning to get you to not be you, not be in touch with the native expression of you that wants to explore and express itself moment by moment in any way it chooses and evolve continuously into different expressions? What if you're not intended to be a fixed point of view? You're not intended to be this one thing or do this one thing your whole life. This reality wants you to pick one thing and carry it through to your deathbed. And honestly, if you do that, it will take you to your deathbed because what if as an infinite being, it causes you to stagnate, to hold on to these fixed points of view? But the biggest part is it doesn't let you see what's true for you. That's the part that gets me the most. I want you to be able to perceive your truth, which isn't necessarily my truth and isn't necessarily the truth of your neighbor. It may be very different. For a while, you may find that there's a lot of things that I've perceived that might feel true to you, and they may be your truth, and that might help you to perceive more your truth. But at some point, your path is going to deviate, and you're going to go, yeah, no, I don't believe this thing that Jaden has. Jaden's a little weird on that. And I'm not arguing that. I'm not saying I'm not weird on that. I'm my version of weirdness right here, right now, until I'm a different version of weirdness right here, right now, right? And that's what I invite you into. What is your version of weirdness that is not the programmed version of this reality? So what is the way out of this trap, this overlay that has everybody unconscious? Well, the way that I've found, or what I've found to be true for me, is the way out is actually to let go of your points of view about everything. And I know I hear you saying, Jaden, did you say the word everything? That's like a lot. Yes, I said the word everything. I said the E word. No, not the E word. It's like, what if all the fixed points of view that you hold about life, about your body, about this reality, about the amount of income that you can generate, about the amount of magic you're allowed to do, about the relationships that are possible in your life, what if all the fixed points of view that you have, and you get a sense of what I'm talking about now, it's like, what if all of the points of view that you have are actually what prevent you from going where you most want to go, or even perceiving where you want to be? When you have all these points of view and you do a lot of clearing, you actually start to get to a space where you're so sensitive, you become aware of, it's like the points of view that you continue to hold radiate this energy, this magnetic energy that actually prevents you from even perceiving what's beyond it. Like, it limits you holding those points of view. You may think, yeah, okay, well, I got these points of view about relationships. Like, big deal. I want one anyway. Okay, well, or I don't know what I want, which can be sometimes even worse. It's like, I don't know what I want. Well, what if holding the fixed points of view that you have actually prevent you from knowing what you want, perceiving what actually would feel good to you and would be nurturing to you, and how you do generate or create more income, or how you can be a contribution in your reality, or how you can change these things that seem to be impossible to change in your reality? What if it's only the fixed points of view that you have about that topic or about that aspect of your life that are preventing you from perceiving your solution or moving towards your solution with more ease. So the first thing that I always do with people, no matter what topic they throw at me, they're like, oh, well, I have this thing and I've tried everything I can to clear it and it won't change, it won't clear. I go, great. What do you tell me about it? What do you believe about it? Oh, well, there's this and there's that and there's this and there's that and there's this and that. And there are stories and there are points of view and there are perspective and all of this tangled stuff. And then they're like, see, this is my crappy life. And I'm like, cool. Can we put all that in the pile? And they're like, well, no, we can't just let go. And I'm like, yeah, we can. We just let go of all that. You ready to let go of all that? You just push all that into the pile and everything down below and back behind, up above, left, right, inside out, and body let that go. Can we shrink all that down? Yep, we shrink all that down. Gone. Now we have a space to be able to perceive more information, more clarity, more truth about you and your reality and what you prefer, and you're creating or you're moving forward in the direction that you want to go into is no longer obstructed by all these magnetic elements that keep pulling you here and pushing you there and trapping you in that prison that you had previously. What if the more perspectives that you can clear, the more aware you become of your truth and of what capacities you have and what you actually want to be and do here. What if it's only the bricks of fixed points of view that you've installed and that you defend, or that you may even be aware that you defend, that actually prevent you from perceiving and changing things from the way you would prefer them to be? So let's check your awareness on this. So truth, what is your life like in 10 years if you commit to finding and eliminating all fixed points of view? Feel what that would create. And what is your life like in 10 years if you hold on to your fixed points of view? And see what that creates. Which one of those feels better to you? Likely the first one, but we'll check it again. It will clear and then we'll check it again. So one more here. So truth, how much do you benefit from holding on to fixed points of view? And how much does interference benefit from you holding on to fixed points of view? Yeah. So let's do some clearing, because if it's blurry, we want to make it unblurry. So what is all the unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation cloaking, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies and frequencies? What is all the unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, undetectable energies, frequencies around all this? And everything that's just upper active there, can we put all that in the pile? Yeah, let's use that. And encapsulate, contain it so it can't run away. Everything from down below, also in the pile, back behind, in the pile, up above, in the pile, way out front, from the left, in the pile, from the right. Everything from inside, in the pile, and encapsulate. And say out loud to your body, body and planet, body, planet, let this go, not you, not yours. Never was yours, never was yours. Let that go, let that go, let that go. Not you, not yours. Let it go, 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 let it go. And just keep repeating that. Not you, not yours. Let it go, let it go, let it go. There you go. Now, and you should feel a lightening of energies in your body. And everything that's remaining, can we choose to keep shrinking it down till it's less than nothing? And so we say, yes, I choose that. And half. Just imagine it smaller, 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 smaller. Until it's so small, ceases to exist. Gone. And anything we missed, vaporize. Cool. So let's check those again. So truth, what would your life be like in 10 years if you commit to finding all fixed points of view, finding and eliminating all fixed points of view? Just feel what that feels like. And what is your life like in 10 years if you hold on to your fixed points of view? Okay, and which one of those feels lighter to you, and would you prefer to create? Okay. And so the other question. So truth, how much do you benefit from holding on to fixed viewpoints? Not so much. And truth, how much does interference benefit from you holding on to fixed viewpoints? Well, so who wins if you hold on to fixed viewpoints? Hmm? And who would you prefer winning? That's what this is about. That's the reason I recommend that. Okay, so by now there's probably some things that have built up in your reality that feel like this kind of struggle in the background. And I want to, even though we're not going to talk about this in detail in this program, I want to do some clearing so you're not kind of left with those things. What happens is, just a quick explanation, when you have viewpoints, like they're a density, they're a mass that collect in your body and in your energetic environment. And inside that mass, something that I call exploiters. And you've heard me probably in other videos talk about entities, demonics, creatures, coalition, aliens, reptilians, parasitics, beings, doings, gods, slippery beings, light beings, angels, blah, 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 blah. These energies can move into your reality and they live underneath that mass. Or another way, it's like the viewpoints of your reality create the brick walls, and then behind those walls is where the exploiters live. They hide behind the walls so you can't see them back there. And what they do is they manipulate from back behind that wall. So I'll show you, help you to make sense of all this stuff. But as we strip out the points of view, it's like we're taking their house off of them. And what's left are the invaders that are there going, oh, what happened? So there you can feel them kind of in your reality. So let's do just a quick clearing. You don't need any of this stuff to make sense yet. In the second video, we'll make it make more sense. But right now, just allow yourself to intend to release any energies that are exploiting you or messing with you in any way that don't feel useful to you, and we'll let the clearing do the rest. So allow yourself to perceive what are all the entities, demonics, creatures, coalition aliens, reptilians, parasitics, beings, doings, gods, angels, light beings, slippery beings, and all other hidden or cloaked, seemingly inaccessible, not active or yet to be identified energies or frequencies that are messing in your environment, that have ever messed in your environment, that will ever mess in your environment. And pre-tag, pre-encapsulate, freeze, top-down, trace, scan, ideal, and all their networks, hives, civilizations, universes, and all their customers, clients, shareholders, stock codes, board of directors, pre-tag, pre-encapsulate, all. And then we're going to be an infinite being, and we're going to jump to looking at it from where were they where were you, the infinite being, when they were created? And we're going to tag them from there. Assembled, tag them from there. Gilded, sourced at their inception, at their insertion, at their modification, at their copy and clone, or other pre-tag, pre-encapsulate, all these points. Freeze, top down, trace, scan, ideal. And we've kind of got them marked so we can track them. They can't run away. What is everything that we agreed we would do for them? You and your body. What is everything you and your body agreed you would do for them? Was everything they agreed they would do for you? And what is everything that the planet agreed it would do for them? Everything the planet agreed it would do, they would do for the planet. And everything that all those agreements are, can we choose, it's just a choice, to let go, destroy, and create all those? Yeah, I choose that. And resend, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, and say the words null and void. Null and void, 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 null. It's a way of nullifying those agreements. Null and void, null and void, null and void, null and void, null. And what is everything that was the benefit or value of holding on to them? And your brain may go, there was no benefit or value. Just trust me, look for at some point way back. There probably was initially some tiny little benefit or value, or some benefit or value. Allow yourself to perceive any of that, any smallest smidgen. What is everything that was the benefit or value of engaging these exploiters? There you go. And everything else that was the benefit or value? And what else was the benefit or value of engaging these exploiters? And just kind of picture that, the size of that pile. It's probably not very big. And what is everything that was not the benefit or value? And what else was not the benefit or value of engaging them? And what is everything that was not the benefit or value of engaging them? And everything at all these points of view are, can we put these in the pile? Yeah. Wow, encapsulate. And everything from down below, back behind, up above, way out front, left, right, inside, outside, everything remaining. And tell your body, planet, let that go, not you, not yours. Never was yours, never was yours. Let that go, let that go, let that go, let that go. Never was yours. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. There we go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah. And then, so that clears the agreements. And now can we choose to banish all these energies from all dimensions, realities, virtual reality worlds, simulations, and anything else we don't like them in. And this is where you just say, yes, I choose that. Yes, I choose that. And out. And say the words out, banish, vanquish, out. Banish, vanquish, out. Banish, vanquish, out. Banish, vanquish, out. And I like that doing the hand thing too. It's like picturing them flinging them out of the universe. Out. They're gone. Like strap a rocket to them and gone. Okay? And out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. And again, in program 2, we'll go into much more detail about this. But I want to, you notice, how does it feel now? A little quieter, a little calmer? Yep. Cool. So that was a lot to digest. So we're going to take a pause here. So this is the end of program A. Program B will continue in the next video. If you have not yet downloaded the ebook, you want the ebook. Must have ebook. It's free. All you got to do is sign up, get it. It's basically all of the programs, all 3, 4, however many it turns out to be, all programs together into one. And it's written in a different way. It's got graphics, pictures, descriptions. It describes the same paradigms, but from a slightly different point of view. So as you read it and you watch the videos, you get multiple perspectives on the same content, and it allows you to go deeper and actually clearing. There's clearings and things that I'll put in there that I don't necessarily do on the video. So you do want to get that, download that. The link is down below. And so in program B, we're going to get into some weird stuff here. It's like most people assume that their thoughts are theirs, right? Like you created your thoughts and they're in your head and like, but what if you didn't? What if someone or something else created your thoughts for you? And who did? And why? And what's going on? And we're going to look at that in program B